toast to their career.
Perfect combination, boy.
Hip hard legends in the South.
This is sports fans' only home for the hottest sports show around. These guys are on fire.
You're now listening to KJ and Shawn Mack. Now let's talk some damn sports.
Welcome back to Last Take with your host KJ and Shawn Mack. And as always, before we get started, I always got to say what's up to the coolest dude on the planet, my brother from another mother, Big Shawn Mack. What's good, my brother?
Not much, man. Honestly, I like to say you're a cool dude too, but you don't greet him how we always greet him. What's good, baby?
Chilling, man. It's a beautiful, beautiful, picturesque day today. It's just absolutely beautiful. The weather's nice and crisp, and I'm just loving it. But anyway, before we get into the show, before we get into the meat of the show, I want to tell everybody, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We got a lot of great stuff for you guys in store coming up, so you don't want to miss it. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Anyway, I want to get your opinion before we jump into the LeBron topic that we're going to talk about. Just real quick, I want to get your opinion on the whole Mayweather Logan Paul, right? Is it Logan?
Yeah, he's
Logan Paul. And that whole thing down there at Miami Stadium, I think it was. Was that staged?
Yeah.
Or do you think he was serious? You think Mayweather? I'd never seen him act like that before. I never seen him look that furious.
I'm going to say it was staged. It looked like something Muhammad Ali would do. I got your hat and then run away with it. Come on, man. That's staged.
So you think even getting hit in the eye, you think he was like, go ahead, hit me and make it look real?
Yeah.
Because he seemed crazy enough to let somebody do that.
Yeah. Sell it. Seats, man. Would you get hit in the eye for millions of dollars?
Yeah, but he got hit hard. Somebody hit him. I don't know who hit him.
I think it was Floyd's security.
And they chipped his tooth, too.
Yeah.
This is the first time, stage or not, I just want to put this out for the record. This is my first time ever in my life rooting for Floyd Mayweather. I hope he absolutely just destroys him.
I don't even have to root or say anything. I know what it's going to be.
Yeah, no, I mean, I hope he knocks him out. I want to see him give a good ass whooping.
Yeah, he's going to take him like how he did McGregor, but McGregor was technically a fighter. He had fought before growing up, and he was in the MMA, so.
Yeah, now I'm wondering, was it staged on Paul's side and not Mayweather? Like, you got authentic Mayweather, but Paul set all that up and knew it was going to get to that point, but didn't let Mayweather
know. Or the teams could have made a decision that something's going to happen, but let it be kind
of natural.
And we don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, anyway, I just wanted to get your reaction on that because it was pretty hilarious. If you haven't seen it, go on YouTube, you'll see it. They're going to make a meme out of that. I got your hat.
Yeah, I love it. I was telling my wife, it felt like I was on a playground and I was in the third grade again. That shit was awesome. Then
he went and got the tattoo of it on his leg. I don't know if he's
beautiful. You can't tell me that wasn't set up. Come on.
That was beautiful.
You think as soon as he did that, he was like, you know what? I can get a tattoo of this. Nah, that's all marketing, man.
Nah, that's all it is. And I give him credit for that. They're geniuses when it comes to that. Anyway, LeBron James. Yeah, LeBron James. So we all know he's injured. He's supposed to be coming back tonight, if I'm not mistaken. They're playing against the New York Knicks tonight. But we all know he's injured. He's 35. What is he, 35, 36 years old?
I think 36. Made 36 or making 36. I forget what his birthday is.
Okay, so he's just making 36, and this is probably the worst injury he's had to deal with outside of when he pulled his groin. I don't really consider that. That was a freak thing right there. Well, This was too. But we all know once you start getting older, it's hard to recover from these injuries. So we wanted to get into first, before we get into that, do you think he's going to be effective? Do you think he's going to come back? Because all reports from yesterday say he was making cuts. He was able to jump. He was explosive. Do you think this is going to hamper him at all in the long run? And do you think that it'll hamper him this year in the postseason? To prevent them from getting to where they want to go.
I got you. I'll make it fast. In the long run, yes. In the short run, not as much because of 80% LeBron James is better than the whole league. So they'll be okay. But I think this is the beginning of the end for LeBron.
Okay, well, that's a good take. I'm a little different on that because I put LeBron in the same ilk, same cloth as Tom Brady. They just because Tom Brady still gets injuries. He doesn't really let nobody know when he's injured.
Yeah.
Their bodies heal different for whatever reason. Their bodies heal different. I think that's what separates them.
But this
go
time
ahead.
it didn't for LeBron.
It didn't. But how many players would be able to come back this fast? He tried to come back a
lot
week
have.
ago.
A lot have. He
But
was out
were
for
they?
what? 4 weeks, a month.
He was out for a month. Yeah. If you add in this last week, yeah, it totals a month.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of people do that, but he's supposed to come back and perform. But let's go.
Okay, let's go. So we're gonna segue into this. We're gonna segue into the 5 best NBA careers ruined by injuries. So let's just go down the list. If you agree with me, you let me know, Shawn. And if you have anybody else that you want to throw in there, we'll do that. So I'm gonna lead off with Derrick Rose. I'm gonna put him at number 5. He's the only guy that's on this list that's still playing. So it's kind of hard to put him in this category, but I will say this. If he didn't get hurt, he would have been one of the all-time great point guards of all time. But he got hurt early. So
I agree.
his average.
Do you think he would have been better than Russell Westbrook?
Yes, because I think Derrick Rose is a winner. Not to say Westbrook is not a winner. I just don't know if his focus is purely on winning. It felt like Derrick Rose, like his whole mindset was winning. However he had to win. As you can see, he's coming off the bench in New York. A lot of players don't do that. So anyway, let's go on to the next one. For his averages, Derrick Rose 25 points a game, 7.7 assists, 4 rebounds. In his 22-year season. That was his MVP season. Moving on, let's go Grant Hill. He's number 4. And what are your thoughts on Grant Hill and his potential if he didn't get hurt?
Grant Hill would have been the great that was in between. This would have been funny. It would have been Jordan passed on to Grant Hill, and Kobe and Grant Hill would have fought for the mantle of the greatest of the league until LeBron came.
I would have loved
that great. He was a walking triple-double. That boy was nasty.
He was nasty. And you didn't get to see the true Grant Hill until he left Duke. You saw flashes of it. But when he got to the NBA, it seems like he just kicked it into a whole nother gear. And those first 2-3 years in the league were pretty amazing. I definitely thought what you thought. I thought he was the next one.
He was giving Jordan the business.
Yeah, he was.
And
when they played,
Pippen, you want some? Come get some. I don't on you too.
He definitely was getting his points when he played the Bulls. It didn't matter. I would have loved to see him being the king of the East and then LeBron coming into the league and having to battle him to get to the finals.
Yeah, because it would have been Grant's for sure.
Definitely. He's a perfect combination. I would say if you had to put him as a player, combine players from this day and age, I'd have to say he had like the passing and the get to the hole like Ben Simmons, and he was a better Scottie Pippen. I would put those two because he was a great passer, great defender. He pretty much had it all. So
yeah, he did it all.
One of only 4 players to amass 9,000 points, 3,000 rebounds, and 2,500 assists in his first 6 seasons. He joins Oscar Robertson, LeBron James, Larry Bird.
Yep.
Only other 3. All right, so moving on, Yao Ming. Now, we all know the only center in Shaq's career that actually gave him the business once in a while. Actually, more than one. He actually consistently put up good numbers against Shaq.
Every time they played, it was an even match. Even Shaq would say that.
Definitely was. His career averages are 19 points a game, 9.2 rebounds a game, and 1.9 blocks. For our listeners, Grant Hill's downfall, I forgot to go back. Derrick Rose, his knee. Grant Hill was his knee, right? And Yao Ming was his foot. Now, Yao Ming played
his knee and his ankles. They
his
reconstructed it, and there was some problems with the Pistons organization as far as how the surgeries went. So a lot of it is his body, but a lot of it was the team's physicians not diagnosing properly.
Exactly. Yao Ming, he anchored top 5 defenses in the league in 2003, 2004, and 2004, 2005. I didn't know that. They had the best defense in the league those 2 years.
That was him and Artest.
Yep. Was McGrady on that team still?
Yep.
That was a nasty team, man. They couldn't get past the Lakers, though.
Nope.
Let's see here. Moving on, Brandon Roy. Now, unlike everybody else on this list, he didn't play as long as everybody else. But, man, this dude was talented, wasn't he?
He was nasty. The thing about it is he was also the gap in the West. Kobe was leaving.
Yep.
Brandon Roy was giving you 24, 5, and 6. He was
Easy.
nice. Nice old man game, too. Never too flashy in one position, at one spot. Beautiful jump shot, can get to the rack. Back to the goal. Game was good. Free throws was excellent. Defense was a little bit more than average. He was a good guy. I hate that happened to him, too. I had a lot of love for Brandon Roy.
Yeah, I compare him to Jason Tatum, but a more aggressive, like, I'm going to win the game. Like, he was their closer pretty much. Like you said, he was like a Kobe Bryant. To put things in perspective, let's see here. During that 3-year run when he was in good health from 2007, 2008 to 2009, 2010, Roy totaled 4,579 points, 1,135 assists, and 1,003 rebounds with an effective field goal percentage of 50%. LeBron James was the only other player in NBA history to meet those totals, all those totals I just said in a 3-year span. So this dude was on his way to being great. He just injuries basically. And what was it with him? It's not saying why.
His knees.
Yep. He was 24 years old when he first started having problems with his knees.
Yep.
Which is crazy. After that, he only averaged 12 points a game after that. So
but if people can remember, go back in the memory bank, his first injury was diagnosed properly, but he came back too fast.
Yes. And you see, that's a common thing. These organizations, it's all about money. Now, if especially if they're in the hunt for the playoffs or something like that, they're going to try to rush you back. Especially if you're young like that and you're really not going to give any pushback. Yeah,
they were an upcoming team, and like you say, he was young, and he was willing to do it.
And he was on his first contract. So in their mind, they're like, if he does get hurt seriously, now I know they didn't want that to happen, but in their mind, they're probably like, if he comes back and does great, that's great for us. If he comes back and gets hurt, it sucks. We don't have to pay him, and we'll just go get somebody else. So, unfortunately, that's the way basketball kind of works. Moving on, Greg Oden. Now, this dude, out of all the dudes on this list, and he's the last one, that's why I have him at number 1. Greg Oden never played a full season in the NBA, correct?
Nope.
Every time he tried to come back, he got hurt.
Yep.
So, yeah, this dude was supposed to be the next big thing. He was like the next Tim Duncan.
Yeah,
like,
he was the last dinosaur. What I mean by that is a big player, not too fast, but he still can get the he still can give you maybe 20 and 10. Easily.
And when he did play, when he did get on the court, he put up nice numbers. I just think the whole injury thing was always in his mind. Just similar to who's the kid that came out of Kentucky that they picked what was his name? That somebody picked over Jordan. Can't remember his name.
Bowie?
Yeah, Sam Bowie. Same thing. Never played a full season in the NBA without getting hurt.
Nope.
And same thing with Greg Oden. And Portland's had 3 of those. And remember, you were gonna mention one of them that was on Bill Walton. Another one, another great player. I think he probably had about a 4 or 5 years run before he actually got hurt.
Yeah, but just to show you how good Walton was, he still made the Hall of Fame. Just show you the work that he was putting in those 4 years. He was nasty.
That's crazy. Yeah, he still made the Hall of Fame, and he was an integral part. In Portland, you should go back and look at the numbers he put up at UCLA. This dude was a beast. He was like the second coming of Kareem. Different player, but
he was a beast.
No, he was a beast. So if you ever get a chance, go on YouTube and look up some Bill Walton footage.
He was the best passing big man ever.
By far. And I think you would have to say probably Tim Duncan probably comes after him.
I'm going to say Jokic.
Oh, yeah, you can't forget Jokic. You know what's crazy? Now that you bring up Jokic, and that's our list, our complete list. Oh, we forgot to mention Larry Bird as well.
Larry Bird. And I had a few honorable mentions. Well, I guess you won't call them honorable. You'll call them not honorable mentions. I hate to even mention them, but you had Andrew Bynum.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Well, I think that was do you think that was because he got hurt or he was just so lazy and not really into it? Those are like lazy injuries where he wasn't working out.
His knees took a toll, even to the point where maybe he didn't want to work it out, but it still took its toll.
No, it definitely took his toll. That dude's an enigma. Like I'm just like, that dude could have been the next great center.
He was 20 and 10 walking too. Great passer out of the double team as well. He was a great passer out the double team.
Oh, and he.
Now go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was about to say he also. I'm sorry about that. My computer's acting crazy right now.
Now
you can
still
see.
my end. You're good. Let's go.
Okay, yeah. So Andrew Bynum was definitely the next. I think he took away 1 to 2 championships away from Kobe. Would you agree? At least one.
At least one.
From being a lazy. I don't want to call him a bum. That's harsh.
Well, no,
just from being a lazy.
Let's call him this. He was about that cash. He was about that fettuccine. He was all about the money.
That's it. That's all he was about. And once he got a little bit of it, he just completely said, "F basketball."
Because they had a 2-year period where if he was on the floor and healthy, the Lakers were almost unstoppable.
Yeah, by far. The Lakers wouldn't have lost to well, he was hurt that one when the first time they lost to Boston, right?
Yeah.
They wouldn't have lost that. If he was there, and I don't like praising the Lakers from back then because of Kobe, but nothing against Kobe, great player, but hated him. I was a San Antonio fan. But anyway, I think he took away 1 championship from Kobe, but
and I have
that's more. Just my thoughts.
Jay Williams.
Who's that?
From Duke.
Jay Williams. Oh,
but
man.
He did it to himself. He was riding a motorcycle that he was under contract. He couldn't do it. He did it anyway. And you got to give the Bulls some credit for at least honoring his contract and giving him his money. They didn't have to give him shit.
No, they didn't. So big ups to the Bulls organization for that. Just off the top of the head, Anthony Hardaway and what's the other guard from Bobby? The other guy from Duke. White guard.
Oh, Bobby Hurley.
Car accident, right?
Car accident, yeah. He was nasty, too. That man could
have.
Yeah,
he was.
You know what he was on the road to becoming? He was the next Stockton.
Easily.
Yeah.
Dude was nasty. And I feel bad his career was shit. And like I said, Anthony Hardaway, in my opinion, the perfect point guard.
Yeah. And actually, he came back and had a decent career for Phoenix and other teams.
He just wasn't the same Anthony Hardaway He turned into Vince Carter, basically.
Yeah, Grant Hill did too. He came back, went to Phoenix, had a decent career.
Yeah, definitely did. Actually, he was on those teams with Amari Stoudemire and all them, right?
Yep. He was the starting small forward. Yep.
Small forward, yeah. So anyway, guys, that is our list. Let's see here. I hope we got everybody. I think we got everybody. I think we made a nice, pretty compelling argument for the top players of all time whose career cut short. Hope LeBron comes back and plays right because of his ankle. It's going to make the NBA playoffs that much more interesting. One quick question before we get out of here. You think the Nets will win it all? If you had to bet on the Nets, if you had $1 million, had to bet on the Nets or bet on the field, who would you pick?
The field.
I would too. I don't think they're going to win it just because the chemistry ain't there.
I think they're going to win it. You're just asking me what I'm going to bet. Betting is different than – well, they've only played – the Big Three's only played, 7 games together? And I might be overstating that. It might be only 5 or 6. But when you have that much talent, if they stay healthy, if all 3 of them are in every playoff game coming up, they win the championship. They definitely come out the East. But don't sleep on Philly. Embiid, nasty.
Yeah, they have this young kid who's like – people are saying he might be the defensive player of the year. I forget his name. It escapes me. He comes off the bench. He only plays like 19, 20 minutes a game, but the amount of blocks he had, he's second in the league in blocks and only plays 19 minutes a game. Dude's a beast, mad steals. So you're right, Philly's another one. But I think if they face Denver in the finals, and you heard it here first, if somehow Denver makes it to the finals and faces off against the Nets, the Denver Nuggets will either sweep the Nets or they'll beat them 4-1.
I might agree with you if they had Murray. They don't have him.
Oh, I forgot he's hurt.
Yeah, he's out for the rest of the year.
Oh, never mind. I take that back. Exactly. I take that back. I forgot he got hurt.
I could make a bold prediction here. And you heard it here first on Sports Fans Only. Shawn Mack, KJ. I'm Shawn Mack. I'm going to say this. If Joel Embiid can play out the rest of his career without injury, he's going to go down as the best big man ever.
Ooh, he's going to have to win some championships.
There you go. Or
If he wins some,
he's going to go down as the best skilled big man ever because we need to see more of him.
yeah, that's the
world
thing.
needs to see more of him.
That's
He's
the
nasty,
thing.
K. There's nothing he can't do.
No, he's just can't. He's got to be on the court. I don't think he's ever played a full season ever.
No.
You know, I mean, because, you know, a lot of players sit out, but he's actually missed every season due to some type of injury. I think he missed the first 2 full seasons of his career due to injury, didn't he?
Maybe one.
Definitely the first. I think the second one, too, because they were telling their fans to be patient because they sucked. I think they sucked 2 years in a row.
Yeah,
that's how they were able to
get back.
But he only played like 18, 20 games. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the show. This is KJ and Shawn Mack, and this is Last Take.
And this is Sports Fans Only. Peace.